And at the bottom, in the dark, is the one syllable, four letter title of this motion picture.
One syllable, four letters. Okay. And say the name of the picture. Why not?
Camp.
Why not already? Okay. And I say it should have been featured last week because it did debut in theaters last week. And I didn't, I should have caught it, but I didn't realize that it was as weird as it apparently is and overlooked it. I kind of thought it might be
Really?
campy, but it's apparently not campy, especially. Before I get into more of it, did you watch the trailer that I shared with y'all?
Yeah.
And your thoughts?
It looks like it could go a number of directions. High quality trailer for sure, but kind of generic, spooky horror thing with maybe a touch of psychological. But glad to hear that it is potentially quite weird.
Pete?
Did somebody submit this as weird or something? What? Or are we just thinking this one might be on the radar?
What
Okay.
did you think of the
Well, okay, I was just
trailer
asking
first?
about, yeah, anyway. No, the trailer though. The trailer, I mean, it starts out with the truth or dare. It's the first line in it, and I'm like, you lost me already. But this does hit kind of like a cross between I'd say like Heavenly Creatures and The Craft, because it's this thing about lesbian relationships in a summer camp that's also like they're playing Christian camp songs, but then they're practicing witchcraft in the background too. So I really don't know how weird that can get without just being, a typical teenager summer movie. But
Now,
anyway,
I consider the fact that when making a trailer, certain people may try to downplay the weirdness in order
Oh
to
yeah.
get uh,
really?
viewers
Okay.
into the theater.
Can you
Um,
believe it, Pete? Man.
um, so, yes, the plot appears to be a woman goes to become a woman with a guilty past goes to become a summer camp counselor and finds that there are a coven of witches there. And no, nobody suggested this to me except for the promoters.
Oh.
The email I have here has several quotes and
Ah.
a um, tagline that says a surreal and hypnotic coming of age horror fantasy.
Hmm.
And we'll say by who in just a moment. Some
Yeah.
quotes here splits the difference between Panos Cosmatos and Jane Schoenbrunn and demands to be seen
Huh.
by fans of both, and I'm a fan of both. And here's another one in the tradition of filmmakers like Lucille uh, Hadzihalilovic, who we'll come back to, coincidentally. Mia Hansen-Love, Jennifer Reeder, and Kelly Reichardt. We like one of those, but that's a quote from Jane Schunbrunn. And yes, there's another one. A genre-bending fever dream, says Screen Slate. Delirious, says RogerEbert.com. Trippy melancholic tragedy, but says The Rap, and so on. So the
Ah,
quotes kind of got me. Another
Yeah.
thing that puts it on our radar is the director. Uh,
Hmm.
Giles, would you like to address that?
Yes. Looking at the IMDb thing, which I guess I should have done before we started this. Yeah, this is directed by Avalon Fast, who brought to Fantasia a few years ago an interesting little debut titled Honeycomb. That was quite a small budget oddity that I saw, reviewed, and interviewed four or five of the people from it. So that greatly raises my hopes for this because it looks like, oh, they gave her money. Good.
Yes, and it's she herself says that this is a part of a series of movies about girlhood, which is kind of a theme of today's show, done through a horror idiom. Um, and so, yeah, one more thing. Notice that it's called Camp, and it's being promoted by uh, Jane Schoenbrunn, and Jane has a movie coming out called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. So there's a camp
Now, there you
theme.
go.
There's a camp
Right.
theme too that makes it. So this is like our run-up prequel to Camp Miasma, which will show up later in the season. So a lot of connections to various things that we're interested in right now. And as I said, I don't know why I missed this other than last week was so busy. We had like a dozen movies to cover.
Yeah.
I apologize for not mentioning it last week because it's already played at a bunch of places, but it is still playing in major cities, New York, Denver, Brooklyn, Alamo Draft Houses, all have it. Art house theaters like the Screenland Armor in Kansas City, and so forth. Gateway in Columbus, Ohio. Of course, not in Louisville, Kentucky, Troy, New York, or Des Moines, Iowa, but if you're in larger cities, uh, or Saugertes, where's Saugertes?
Saugerties.
Saugertes, where's that?
Saugerties is about not quite an hour south of Troy.
Oh, well, it's July 8th to July 12th, it'll be there.
Hmm.
Well, that's good, but unlikely. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if anyone in production has a connection to that city because, yeah, Saugerties, um, not a major geographic location. I think the biggest business there is a prison.
Hmm. Well, maybe it's for prisoners, a good show for prisoners. It's called at something called the Orpheum Theater, which sounds like a place where they would show. Not
Oh
familiar
yeah,
with that. It's not on my list of art house theaters. Maybe I need to add it, though. I'll have to check them out. Every now and then, some small town will get a nice repertory uh, art house theater for various reasons. I think Paducah, Kentucky has one because Crispin Glover's father lives there and started it. So
okay. Yeah,
they get
Saugerties
better.
has
They get
had a
better
heyday.
movies in Paducah than we do here in Louisville because of that. So,
Mhm.
what were you going to say, Giles?
Oh, I was going to say Saugerties, like a lot of upstate New York, had a heyday about 50 to 70 years ago. And so probably any number of great places to refurbish and reclaim old glorious theaters. But yeah, cool. Very, very glad, very much more excited about this now.
All right. Part fairy tale, part acid trip, tinged at nightmare, says Phantasmag on the cover, which, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can read for yourself. But there we go. That's camp. But